Do y'all believe in doppelgangers?
They're there. I don't know what it
So
is.
I was going to say define belief because yes, I believe there are people out there that look like other people, but I don't necessarily think that they're impersonating the same people unless it's Joe Biden.
He's got
Well,
robots.
what if it's in your like neighborhood and you live in a country like rural farm area and somebody is seeing you in places where you're not at driving the same car that you drive
Ooh.
when it's a very unusual car and like your own mother is like, "What were you doing here? You were supposed to be at work." And you're like, "No, I was at work. You can call my boss. I was at work." And then she's like, "No, I saw you and I saw your car." And it looked just like me. And she said she saw this is when I was 15 years old. And she said she saw my car and it wasn't me because I wasn't there. And I've never seen that car in our neighborhood before.
Were you separated at birth
Maybe.
with a twin?
Well,
All the
it's either
time.
that or it's one of those like single white female situations. You remember that movie with like Jennifer Jason Leigh where she meets was one of the Fondas I think was in that movie.
Okay.
And she like meets her and wants to be exactly like her and ends up like kidnapping her and cutting her hair and dyeing it to like change
yeah.
it to be exactly like she is and her ultimate goal is to replace her and keep her tied up and
Those things happen.
Yeah.
It's also in Vertigo, the Hitchcock film, right? Doesn't the one girl go away and she becomes another? I forget exactly that plot, but there is a woman who becomes the other woman, sort of. I think that stuff's scary.
It's super creepy because I mean, I'm at work and she thinks that I'm driving around in the neighborhood. I don't know what she thought I was doing in the middle of the country in the middle of the day, but she said she saw my car, she saw me. Other people saw me driving the car around. I was like, no, that wasn't me. And I had a 2000 metallic blue Firebird, which is extremely rare, especially in the middle of the country.
yeah, you don't see
that's
flame
cool.
pigeons very much anymore.
That's cool.
And she said it was me. And I was like, no, I was at work. You can call my boss. Literally, like there's documentation that I was at work when you said you saw this. And she's like screaming and yelling at me, like, why are you not going to work? You have to go to work and pay your car payment. And I'm like, but I'm at work. Like, it's so confusing. And then a few years later, it must have been like 8 years later, I had downgraded from my super expensive car that I had when I was 18, which don't buy your kids expensive cars and expect them to pay their car payment when they're young because it's not going to work out. Like if you can't buy the car for them and it's very expensive, like my mom put me into a loan situation with this car where I could not afford it.
And she
And so,
co-signed, right?
yeah, she said, I'm not paying this anymore. It's your job now. You're 18. And I was just like, okay, well, I can't afford this. I'm trying to go to college. I'm trying to work like at a restaurant. And so it was very stressful as a young person to be dealing with that.
Right.
And then she's telling me that I'm not at work. I'm driving around in the car and not working when I'm at work, which is super weird. And then a few years later, after I downgrade to a Honda Civic, which is the kind of car you should drive when you're that age,
That is what I had at that age.
6 years younger, right? I mean, 6 years
88.
older, I'm driving a Honda Civic from a Firebird.
Uh-huh.
And I actually come up to a stop sign right down the road from my house because I still live in the same community that I grew up in. And I'm sitting at one side of the stop sign, and at the other side of the stop sign, I'm seeing the same exact car, same exact color.
Ooh.
And there's a girl that looks just like me driving it. And this is an older model car at the time. And I was like, is this the same person that my mom claims was me driving around in our community? So there's a legend out there that if you see your doppelganger, you're going to die. And I thought I saw my doppelganger. So I was like scared about it. I was like, oh my God, like, is this my doppelganger? And, you know, she turned her away and I went straight because I needed to go straight. And I didn't die. So I think that legend's bullshit.
Unless she
But
died.
I don't know what happened. I don't even know who that was. It just looked exactly like me. It was like looking into a mirror, same car, same
That's
looking
crazy.
female. And I was just like, oh, well, maybe this maybe this is something that maybe it's not just another person that looks like you. Maybe it's like some sort of reflection of the past or something that happened in the past and someone can see it now, but it's not really happening right now. Like some sort of interdimensional thing where you're seeing something you think is real right now, but it's something that happened in the past.
Well,
Kind of like whenever you hear about hauntings, like that are like you're just seeing something that happened from the past.
like the official doppelganger definition is a ghostly double or counterpart of a living person. So, typically I think of doppelgangers as another person who just looks like you. But originally it's kind of like what you're saying, some sort of spiritual other, some ghost, some apparition that looks like you. We've had another caller. Was it Catherine from Scotland, our friend from Scotland, who saw her doppelganger once, and she lived to tell the tale.
Oh yeah, that's right, she did.
Yeah.
What
That's
did she
wild.
say about it? I don't think I was listening.
I think they met on was it in an elevator? I forget. But I think she saw her somewhere, and it was just super
Did
weird.
she
I don't think she
speak?
talked to her, and they went their separate ways, and she lived to call us and tell us about it.
Well, that's the thing. It's like Back to the Future. You're not supposed to go like talk to yourself.
Yeah.
you know?
Right? It's
Yeah.
bizarre. Like if I saw somebody that looked exactly like me in front of me, I'd be like, "Hello, who are you?
Yeah.
Why do you look just like me? This is weird."
See, I would
But-
probably immediately punch them. That way, I could see if I feel it. Like I would probably just
feel it.
immediately haul off and just punch him somewhere. It doesn't have to be in the face,
Right.
just punch him in the arm or something,
Right.
like so you don't get your ass kicked. But and then see if you feel it.
Like it's a
And-
walking voodoo doll.
If you don't, you'd be like, all right, cool.
Right.
Let me
We're
buy you a
good.
beer.
We're good. I would probably follow
what
it.
if they eat you or something like after you punch them? They're like, "Okay, you failed the test. Now you're done."
I mean, if I do feel it, then obviously you need to run because you can't kill it or you kill it yourself. So
Yeah.
Exactly. It's
But
like,
then
it's just like,
I
is
think
this some sort of like, is it a reflection of something from the past that you're seeing, or is it like something, in the future? Is it like yourself that's trying to tell you something? Like these are things that I've always wondered about the doppelganger thing.
Yep. I mean, I could just go, there's so many different ways to look at it. Some people just be like, well, it's just a coincidence. I don't believe in those. But the fact that you saw someone in the same car, was it the exact same car? Or I think it was an older
It was
model.
the exact same car, same year, same
Okay.
model, same color.
Like, that's super bizarre. I get a lot of my answers from the show Twin Peaks, where doppelgangers exist, and they're sent from the Black Lodge, and they kind of operate like evil NPCs while you're stuck in the Black Lodge. So I don't know. Maybe yours escaped some other dimension and was rolling around. I mean, the odds of all that in your same community, it's weird. I would
And it's
probably
a really
follow
small community. It's super small. It's like where you grew up, kind of like a country farmland community. So to
Yeah.
see someone driving the exact same car as you that looks just like you, and
Yep.
your mom saying she saw you driving the same car you used to drive 8 years before, like it's like bizarre.
I almost had a doppelganger experience in high school. A kid who'd end up becoming my best friend. I was just telling Brandon about him last night, my boy Maddie. Before we were friends, it was like 9th grade. He snuck out of our high school, and the principal thought it was me. So I got called down to the office because they're like, "Why is Shane skipping?" We were just two scrawny, gothic-looking kids, pale and spiky hair. So, but we do look a lot alike. And you were saying last night with your friend, right? Sort of similar things. Like, that's not a true doppelganger thing, but it was certainly weird whenever someone thinks they see you, and then you're almost in trouble for it. But I was able to prove that I was actually in social studies. Thank you very much.
Exactly.
Well, that's a good story. I appreciate it. And if you happen to see the doppelganger again, now that we've exposed the doppelganger, let us know.
Well, Shane, I wanted to also tell you real quick. I've actually recorded the wedge flying object the gentleman was talking about that called in before me or a little earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually have a recording of it where I recorded it. So is there a
sweet.
way that I can send it to you so you can have the video just to
Yeah.
see what you think about it?
Definitely. If you are on Twitter or Instagram, it's typically the best.
Okay, I'll send it. You want me to send it in a DM?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. All right. Awesome. And awesome show. Awesome week. I love you guys so much.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Good luck out there with the doppelganger.
Y'all have a great weekend. We all have a doppelganger.
Ooh.
I hope I never meet mine or he's getting punched.
Yeah, he's outside waiting after the show.
Thanks, Monica.
Later.
Thank you.
We actually just cycle through our doppelgangers. You know, we do 2 nights a week. And on Monday, our doppelgangers will be here.
Fantastic.